There are over 1.2 billion cars licensed on the world's roads today. So perhaps it's unsurprising that some people think they can drive like this. But what might surprise them is that they are now being caught on camera.
It's all on camera, buddy. I don't give a shit.
With as many as 50 million people injured each year on our roads, the use of dashboard cameras or dash cams has experienced a meteoric rise. And incidents captured on these cameras, along with CCTV and mobile phone footage, are being passed to police to help detect dangerous drivers and convict crash-for-cash criminals. But more often than not, these cameras bear witness to the daily antics that unfold on our roads, with people posting their dramatic near misses online to become viral sensations. In this series, we'll uncover the hilarious, the hazardous, and the downright outrageous footage taken directly from streets across the globe. And we've tracked down the people who caught these moments on camera.
People don't necessarily understand the power that they have in their hands.
To get the story behind what happened.
It did not feel real.
And although you may see some pretty shocking stuff, not a single incident featured involves a reported fatality. We've handpicked hundreds of the most eye-popping events captured on camera. So prepare to meet the world's deadliest drivers. Head on. Coming up on the world's deadliest drivers, there are trucks getting into a fight. Police chases that don't go quite right.
And things that go bump in the night.
But first, you can be the best driver in the world, but everyone knows if you don't pay attention to what's going on around you, you can get caught with your pants down. But despite this, some drivers are just downright oblivious. Bridges? Yeah, they laugh in the face of bridges. Who says I can't fit under here? I'm not going to listen to the naysayers, mate. Those player-hating downers. I'm a maverick. I do what I want. Take that back. I couldn't fit under the bridge. Thailand now, a tropical paradise where blind spots don't exist. That's what this cheeky lane changer seems to think anyway, as he masterfully swerves right into the path of danger, spelling big trouble for our rider there. And the poor sods in the car opposite. Oh, can someone steady that dash cam? I know I'm not the one who's been through a trauma here, but it's making me feel seasick. Funny things, blind spots. So tiny, so seemingly unimportant. Such massive repercussions. Thankfully, this driver escaped with only minor injuries. Although we should probably have a major rethink about his driving.
Everybody thinks they're a good driver, or most people think they're a good driver. It's quite amazing when you ask them. Ultimately, when you're behind the wheel of a car, you have a weapon in your hands, and what you do could have massively far-reaching consequences. So it's really important to be aware of that and to take that responsibility very seriously.
Thank you, Miss Justice, but I always drive unarmed. Of course, the best drivers are the ones who can confidently reassure you that they were meant to do that all along. This is called the art of styling it out. Now, this pickup has made a mess of this corner. Okay, just going to make it look like I meant to do that all along. I'll just park here.
What the hell was that?
I'm just trying to park my pickup, if you don't mind. You need to be prepared for what's around the next bend, because otherwise... Hey, yeah, totally meant to do that. Okay.
What, this? Yeah, my car came like this, mate. Yeah, this is how I picked up at the dealers. It's like the new style, do you know what I mean?
Hello, is this the McDonald's drive-through? No. Okay, right. Just gonna back up and get out of here, if that's all right.
After a police investigation, they decided that accidents just happen. I'm kidding. The driver was arrested. Is technology always a good thing? Virtual reality. The bottom line is, when you're wearing virtual reality goggles, you can't see where you're going. Although the woman pushing the chair can. So in that case, when you're wearing virtual reality goggles, you can't tell when your girlfriend's trying to kill you. Will the machines kill us? Or will we just kill ourselves with machines?
Awareness is a tricky thing because some people seem to be quite good at it and a lot of people don't. You can prevent an accident yourself by just opening your eyes and thinking, well, what could happen here? You have to pay attention and take stock of potential risks out there, and not enough people are doing that, which is why we end up with horrific news stories and difficult drives home.
Yeah, if you want a difficult drive home, Alex, try getting out of Leeds at rush hour on a Friday, then come back to me, mate. But I tell you who's got it even worse than that. Australians. Especially those navigating the wilds of the Victorian outback, as truck driver Mark Tannis knows only too well.
It was about lunchtime, the conditions weren't too bad at all, it wasn't windy or anything like that. A lot of the roads out that way are fairly windy and steep and that, and you just got to take your time on them. It's probably about half an hour out of town and come across this lady on the road. She's come out and waved me down. I thought, oh, she must be broken down the side of the road, and then I realised that the tree was there and that she'd hit it. There was a fair bit of damage to her car, which was on the side of the road. There's a blind corner. Once you come around it, if there's something there, there's no chance of stopping, whether you're in a car or a truck or anything.
I came around the corner and just went straight over it.
Yeah. We both sort of looked up and here he is coming around the corner. And I thought, well, yeah, this is it. It's all over. So I'm either going to be very badly injured if he does hit me, or that's it. Or I'll be dead. Hitting her car was like an explosion. He's hit the boot or the rear end of it, and it's just crumpled it right back into the back seat of the car. And yeah, he couldn't even open the back doors of the car or anything like that, and spun it around into the drain on the side of the road. After it all happened, I was in a bit of shock. It's just come past. I wouldn't even been able to stick my fingers between the mirror and the truck, I don't reckon, but it seemed to be that close. As soon as he come around the corner and his trailer stepped out sideways, well, that's all over here. He's definitely going to get me, but he's had a lot more experience of driving than what I have, and he managed to straighten the trailer up. It's only a matter of seconds. There was nothing we could do. Like, I couldn't move anywhere. If I'd have gone forward, I would have ran straight into him, and same if I'd have gone backwards, it probably would have affected something too, because he sort of shot back out on the road. And then felt a lot relieved a couple of seconds afterwards when I heard the lady was yelling in the background. I didn't even see her take off. I thought it happened all that quick. I thought she got hit by the truck. She jumped out of the road off the side of the road, so she's probably lucky that she didn't hurt herself doing that as well. She said, the car's wrecked, can't drive it no more. That's why after it all finished, I didn't worry about getting out of the cab straight away until I'd heard her yelling in the background there. That's I knew she was all right. Well, hoped that she was all right. And then he's probably, I reckon, about a truck length behind me. He stopped, so probably 40 foot behind me at least. Broken stuff all over the road and that, and the tree had moved a lot further after the truck had hit it. Fuck me. I was glad I was able to go home. He's managed to line it up enough to get between me and the car, but obviously still hit the car in the meantime, so yeah, he's done a pretty good job. A lady might have got a couple of cuts and bruises on her from when she dived off the road. I don't think anyone was hurt. it could have been a lot worse. We wouldn't have been here, sitting here talking today, I suppose. And it'd be an experience I'll never forget, and hopefully don't experience again.
One of the biggest inaccurate cliches in the world are that HGVs are somehow being driven by dangerous folks. Nothing could be further from the truth. I sincerely believe that the level of expertise of men and women who are driving HGVs or trucks is comparable to airline pilots. The amount of regulation, the rules they must follow, their attention, and their overall skill level, most people would be amazed at.
Thanks, Doug. Doug's in awe of lorry drivers. And why shouldn't he be? HGVs, or heavy goods vehicles, sorry to blind you with terminology here, they can take twice as long to stop as a passenger car. So it's imperative that the operators of these vehicles drive with caution, because even if they wanted to stop, it'll still take them a while. But before it can even get going, this truck in Russia seems to be having an identity crisis. Rearing up on its hind wheels. Down, boy, down! Basically, the driver's co-workers have pranked him by overloading his back end.
Oi, do you remember that time I got pranked? Oh, it was hilarious. The boys completely overloaded the back of the truck, and I was driving those back wheels for all day. I mean, I took about 7 people out, but I mean, it was hilarious. I mean, you had to be there, but the boys in the warehouse, they are hilarious. Oh, we was laughing. Oh.
When you're behind the wheel of a 2-ton truck, it's important to calculate your stopping distances correctly. The driver of this juggernaut on a rainy road in Russia is leaving some serious skid marks. I wouldn't mind betting he's not the only one. Amazingly, no one was seriously hurt, is what it says here in the script that I'm reading out. So there. And when a 16-wheeler is doing a roly-poly on a highway in Florida, you can only hope you're not on the receiving end.
Holy fuck!
Because this is what happens when a truck driver falls asleep at the wheel.
Takes a lot of grit to style something like that out. A lot of grit.
And if you're not careful, one of these behemoths can take you along for the ride. I mean, look at this. I suppose it's one way of saving petrol. Sorry, in Britain we call it petrol. You probably call it gas. But in Britain, gas means farts. We're laughing and learning. If you think that's bad, in icy or snowy conditions, stopping distances can increase by 10 times. So how do you stop a fully loaded truck quickly in the snow? The answer is, you can't. Ooh, I'm in trouble, Hunter. Yes. Yes. Yes, you are.
Obviously, a fully laden HGV is going to take a lot longer to stop than a car. It's a heavier vehicle. Hitting the brakes is not just going to make it stop on a sixpence like most people think it will. It is going to take a lot of controlling.
Thanks, Lee. Try telling that to the guy driving this semi in Ontario, raging along on the wrong side of the road. After coming round that corner way too fast. Thanks to the driver's quick and calm reactions, everyone gets to continue their journey alive, which is always a good thing. Do you ever feel that driving can be a bit of a drag? This guy definitely does.
They're dragging the car. They don't know what's going on here. Look at that. That's on the freeway going up the Cajon Pass. Oh my God.
The poor fella driving this sedan must have that Monday morning feeling. Beaten up, hauled along. I know, mate. I mean, he's got pretty large side mirrors, that truck, hasn't he? I can't help but feel that the driver should have noticed a little bit sooner.
Why were you driving so far?
Far?
Dude, the guy's in your car.
I didn't know it.
What do you didn't know it, dude? He's on your truck!
What was it Doug Broner was saying about all truck drivers being experts? This guy's a total plonker. He hasn't got a clue. So, it seems that there are good truck drivers and there are bad truck drivers. But there's one truck driver who is downright exceptional, and that's Russell Douglas from Norfolk in England.
I've been driving now for the last 32 years. Generally, I would like to think I'm a fairly safe and responsible person behind the wheel. Nothing would surprise me as to what you come across on the road. So you've really got to be on your game.
And Russell certainly brought his A game the day he was faced with a medical emergency on the road.
I just dropped off my last load, was heading back to our main depot. It was just an absolutely perfectly normal day. But what drew my attention first was a series of cars were undertaking this particular van. The van was running up against the central barrier. From my elevated position in the lorry, I could see this driver had collapsed at the wheel. His head was resting up against the driver's door, his hands were not on the steering wheel, his foot must have still been resting on the throttle because the van was still running along at quite a speed.
Captured on dashcam by another trucker, up ahead, Russell and his fellow road users swoop in to save the day.
I just made a snap decision to pull in front of him and then effectively made a wedge with my trailer and just moved it over closer and closer and closer until I could just nip him up between the trailer and the barrier and bring him to a controlled stop. If I'd got the angle wrong, it could have actually turned the van over the barrier and put him into the ongoing carriageway. It was just a natural reaction. Feelings didn't come into it. This guy needed help and I was just in a position where I could do something to assist him. Some other guys had jumped up on the back of the trailer and were trying to get to the guy. We then realised that there's no way we could open his door. He didn't look alive at this point. I pulled the lorry forward to pull away from the van, but because we'd wedged the van in so tight, when I pulled forward, the van came with me. So the only way we could get to him was to smash the windows. One guy did try kicking the windscreen in, but couldn't do it. So I then passed a piece of pipe to one of the guys on the back, so we then smashed the near side window, which gave us access to the driver's cabin. Once we extracted the guy from the van, we could then notice that he was still breathing, which was a mighty relief to all of us then.
After his dramatic collapse at the wheel, the van driver was taken to hospital and made a full recovery, thanks to Russell's quick thinking.
This guy was the luckiest man in the world that the people involved just happened to be in that place at that time to do what they did for him.
And despite winning an award for his bravery, our Russell's staying modest.
Hero? No. I didn't do it for that. You know, if someone's in trouble, you help.
I think you're a hero, Russell. And you remind me of Brian Johnson out of AC/DC, so I think you're cool. But don't forget about the other heroes that save lives on our streets every day. And to them, it's just part of the job. They are, of course, the police. And life for our boys in blue is exciting. It's on the edge. It's full throttle. High-speed car chases like this one in Victoria, Australia. You've got to admit, this is nail-biting stuff. Flat out, they must be doing at least 15 miles an hour around this roundabout. I can barely cope with the tension. Oh, he's got away. Another car chase that's nothing like the ones in the movies now, in Dallas, Texas, where this SUV driver runs out of options pretty quickly after hitting traffic. At least the driver of the dashcam car's enjoying the action.
Hey, wake up! Come look! There's a dude running from the cops! There's a dude running from the cops!
It's like a game of human Frogger.
Hit that dude and fucking tough out.
Right, this is more like it. A vehicle ablaze in perilous proximity to a drive-through restaurant. I'm not being glib, I know it ends well, so I can look around. We've got a courageous cop coming to the rescue, risking life and limb to save the takeaway and its tacos. Using sheer force, the policeman slowly but surely nudges the pickup to safety, flame grilling the burgers on the way through. I don't know about you viewers, but I think this brave hero deserves free donuts for life.
At 22, I have pushed the truck away from the building. I'm not sure if the structure's actually caught in fire, but the truck is in the parking lot now.
Time is of the essence when you're a police officer, and you can only hope you're in the right place at the right time. Unlike the driver of this blue car, who'll probably end up doing time. And to get the job done, you really need some cooperation from the public. When you see those blue lights flash, get yourself out of the way, whatever side of the road that you're on. Just keep a lookout for those easy to miss, loud flashing vehicles. Like that one, the big noisy blinky thing. But we're all human after all, and even police officers make mistakes. I mean, that was quite a big one. This cop car seems to be giving a masterclass in how not to drive. This is just bizarre. I've seen drunk people walk straighter than this. I suppose the problem we've got here is he's the one then who's meant to pull himself over. Yeah, we've got an issue here, haven't we? He'll probably end up granting himself bail. That's it, I've sussed it out. He's already handcuffed himself. And in the United Arab Emirates, they've come up with an ingenious way to dissuade people from speeding. The police can give themselves a day off and a pat on the back for this cheeky little cutout. Do you know what? That's given me an idea. I'm going to get one of these made of me doing the washing up. Yeah. The perfect plan. So, we've had bowels cleared, pants smeared, and they're just plain weird. But with 3 million dash cams on the world's roads, there's plenty more where that came from. So join us next time for more from the world's deadliest drivers.